Hello, everyone, and we just arrived from church and we have a great time in the presence of the Lord, powerful experience. Kayo po, kamusta ang inyong simba? Kamusta po ang inyong service? I believe that you have a great time also in the house of the Lord, in the presence of God. So continuing dun sa sinasabi ko mga kapatid, while I was reading this morning in Genesis chapter 27, last video, pinakita ko sa inyo yung first lesson na natutunan ko is yung pagkakamali ni Isaac. The second lesson na aking natutunan naman ay nakafocus kay Rebecca and Jacob. And I would like to title this second lesson as The End Never Justify the Means. So, ang ibig sabihin po ng the end never justify the means, for example, mangungopia ka, mandadaya ka sa exam, sa school, para makakuha ka ng perfect score or para makapasa ka. Ngayon, nakapasa ka nga, pero dahil naman yun sa cheating, sa pandaraya, so even naging maganda yung outcome, hindi pa rin justifiable yung ginawa mo. Mali pa rin yun, even yung outcome ay parang maganda. Second example ay yung kay Robin Hood na siya ay nagnanakaw kasi gagamitin niya yung mga nakaw na yun para ibigay sa mga mahihirap. So even though it seems a good thing, charitable thing, but still stealing is stealing. The end doesn't justify the means. So we see it here in Genesis chapter 27 na kung saan gusto ni Rebecca na makuha ni Jacob yung blessing na dapat kay Iso. Nung narinig niya na inutusan ni Isaac si Iso na lutuan siya nito, magdala ng ganitong hayop, nung narinig ni Rebecca yon nagplano siya ng scheme. And lagi kong biniblame no, na si Jacob ay cheater, supplanter, pero makita natin yung influence ng mother kay Jacob na si Rebecca ang nag-initiate na dayain ang kanyang asawa para makuha ng kanyang paboritong anak ni Rebecca, si Jacob, makuha yung blessing. So yes, andun na may scheming plot si Rebecca, and I believe Rebecca has a right motive but a wrong method. Right motive, wrong method. Kasi yung kanyang motive is she trusted the declaration of the Lord. Prior to that, buntis pa lang siya, sinabihan na siya ng Panginoon, you're carrying two nations and the elder shall serve the younger. And hindi yun nawala sa isip ni Rebecca. That's why when she wants to claim that promise, dinaan niya sa manipulation, dinaan niya sa daya para matanggap ni Jacob yung blessing. And yung sa point of view naman ni Jacob is nagsinungaling siya nung tinanong siya twice ni Isaac, ikaw ba talaga si Jacob? Ikaw ba talaga si Iso? Ang sabi niya, yes, yes. Dalawang beses siya nagsinungaling, nagkunwari. And yes, natanggap ni Jacob yung blessing. Ibig sabihin ba na tama yung ginawa ni Rebecca at tama yung ginawa ni Jacob? Kasi kahit papano, nakuha naman nila yung blessing. No. The end never justify the means. Kahit maganda ang result, kung maling method, yun po ay mali. Yun po ay mananatiling mali at hindi po yun mababago. And if you just read the story, pinagbayaran ni Rebecca yung consequence, pinagbayaran ni Jacob yung consequence. Apparently, ang consequence is after nun ginawa nila, is hindi na ulit nagkita si Jacob at si Rebecca because Jacob needs to run for his life dahil gusto na siyang patayin ni Esau. So what I'm trying to tell you mga kapatid is you cannot force the timing of God's promise. You cannot force God's blessing for your life. Although it is for you, you don't need to do some dirty tactics, dirty methods. Kahit sabihin mong makukuha mo, matatanggap mo, pero dinaan mo sa daya, the end never justify the means. There is no shortcut sa process na prepare sa atin ng ating Panginoon. So ano mang mga nagawa natin na nagdulot ng maganda kahit ginawa nating mali, nanatiling mali yun. The end never justify the means. Pero salamat sa grace ng Panginoon na kahit marami tayong mga bad choices, bad decisions, and we rush things sometimes, God is so patient with us. He chastised us, He disciplined us, and He gave us a chance to recover. So mga kapatid, trust God's timing. Don't rush on things. This is the second lesson we learned from Genesis chapter 27. Happy Sunday po sa ating lahat.